I'll be showing you the life of a Lego robber, from an intense bank heist to a crazy police chase. But let's start all the way back down to age 0. Now, Billy was born into a hospital just like you and me, but his parents knew there was something different with him.
I can tell this baby will become a handful.
You got that right.
Billy's dad was a police officer. In fact, he was so good that he's in charge of every police officer in the city, and he was incredibly known for his police chases. But all this doesn't stop him from being a good dad. In fact, let's change Billy to an older kid now. When he was off from work, he would often go outside and play some sports with Billy. But then, Billy started hanging with some bad friends, and he started getting in trouble. A lot.
Son, get to your room.
Billy was done with his old life of being a good kid. So he decided he wanted a big change in his life. So this is the start of Billy's life of being
a robber.
Billy was so mad that his parents were getting him in trouble lots recently. So he secretly snuck out of their house to go meet up with his friends and do some secretly pretty bad stuff. So he went up to his parents' car and stole their car and drove all the way to where they want to meet up. And where they met up was a small back alley. And they talked about what they were gonna do tonight. And they were actually pretty funny. One being stealing a Cafe Cup logo to, I don't know, confuse the customers. Oh, this looks like the flower shop. Hello, can I have 3 roses and a tulip?
Are you like unsmart? This is a cafe.
Then Billy's friend went up to the top of the building and stole one of the parrots and thought it was real, but then he realized it was concrete.
I thought this was a parrot.
Oh yeah, and one more.
Hey Billy, I'm dropping the solar panel down.
Well, luckily for them, they got away. This time. Billy's friends sadly live in a different city, so he's gonna have to go to school by himself. Billy sits down at his seat, and the teacher starts teaching. Then comes recess. At recess, Billy tries to make friends, but they keep rejecting him. So he goes to different friend groups and tries to get into friends with them, but they never let him in. So since people are being mean to him, he decides that why not be mean to them back? So he starts doing little things like flipping off someone's hat, then jumps on someone's head and does a backflip off of it. And now I'd consider him a bully. He would wait for someone to go under the slide and then he'd flip them off and they'd go flying away. But now he becomes taller and more of a threat to the other kids. Now kids actually feared him and were actually really scared of him. But surprisingly, he never actually got in trouble. Until one time, he got in trouble for punching a kid and the teacher had to talk with him.
Don't ever do that again, okay, Billy?
Okay.
Now you go have yourself a good day, okay, Billy?
Okay.
Bye.
Okay. Billy dropped out of school because he wanted to go do more robberies and bigger ones. One of the big reasons is because he had bad marks in school. But since he dropped out of high school, that means he needs a job. But they don't really like his resume because he gets in trouble a lot. And because of this, it was pretty hard for Billy to get a job. Billy's almost an adult, so he's gonna need to make some money. So he's gonna steal an ATM. That's right, Billy stole an ATM, which, if successful, he will get hundreds of dollars and get him through a month. Luckily, his parents are going on a trip and are at the airport right now, so he unpacks the money to see what he got. Billy's parents' plane just got canceled for 2 days, so they came back and saw what happened.
Son, we are so disappointed in you. Because of this, I will sadly have to file you in, and you are grounded for 2 months.
So they had to put Billy's name into the files. Since he's underage, he can't get arrested. This just means that it'll be a worse of a punishment if he gets arrested again when he's older. After he was done being grounded, he went to go do his driver's license.
Billy, make sure you don't stop at any traffic lights.
Okay, like this?
Good boy, Billy. And then you gotta drift just like this.
Okay, there you go. And perfect.
Again, good boy, Billy. And then when you see a cliff, you put your metal to the pedal. Good boy, Billy. That's better than me. Okay, so you passed your driver's test, you did a bunch of good drifts, and you jumped off a cliff, and you went through traffic lights. And we're holding up traffic jams. You have passed, Billy, with flying colors.
But right after his driver's test, he went to go steal a car. And so we hotwired it and drove off. Billy got to an age where he has to now move out of his parents' house. And since he doesn't have a good job, he's gonna have to live on the streets. But Billy's got a huge plan. A big plan that will get him super rich and get off the streets. Now that Billy lives on the streets, he has to now sleep on broken and old couches and eat moldy food. But he's at a very low point in his life right now. But lucky for him, he found a girl. But after they hung out for a couple of years, they got married. But after they got married, Billy decided to do a crazy thing that will change his life forever. So Billy went right ahead and started planning for his big event. An event that will give him over millions and millions of dollars. So it's the time you've all been waiting for. Billy is gonna do a huge bank heist. So Billy dresses up and goes inside the museum. But you may be asking, what is he stealing? Well, there's a multi-million-dollar purple jewel that only comes to a city once a year. He planned it so perfectly that he can go in between each guard's shift, and he knows exactly where they're going so he won't get caught. So he waits around the corner, and any second now, the guards should be leaving and switching their shift. So the guards start to leave. And Billy is waiting around the corner, hoping right now that he won't get spotted. So Billy quickly presses his back against the wall to make sure they don't see him. After they leave, Billy goes around the wall and goes for the jewel. He has approximately 30 seconds to get the jewel and get out. So Billy walks down the hall a bit and goes towards the purple jewel. The alarms go off, and so Billy has to run all the way down the hallway and get away from the guards before they come. Billy runs down the halls, but he takes a wrong turn. Nope, not again. But he finds the right hallway, and he keeps going down there all the way to the end of the hall. But the guards are on his tail, so he needs to go quick. But then he turns the corner and he sees the exit. And he makes his way all the way to the exit and goes outside. But that doesn't mean he's free. The guards are right behind him and he needs to get to his car quick without getting caught. The engine was giving him troubles, but he quickly gets it on and zooms away. But little does he know, he's not out of his troubles yet. Because his dad gets a call coincidentally from the museum. So he gets suited up and gets in his car.
Oh, you're so hot when you do that.
So he walks to his, guys, where's my police car? So him, a helicopter, and 2 motorcycles drive to the crime scene. But then he was redirected to a police chase to get the runaway suspect. And he catches on very quickly, getting right on his tail.
Set up a roadblock at I-95.
Oh, come on!
Boss, I'm set up for the hit.
Get out of the car! Now! And come out with your hands up! Come with me! And take off your mask.
Dad,
Son, why have you done this to me? I have failed as your dad and your father.
No, you haven't failed. I just made some mistakes.
But you know where you will have to go now. For lots and lots of years. And we will talk about this at home. Now, get in the car.
So Brad had to stay in jail for a very long time, and so that means he got a lot older, meaning we have to switch minifigures. After his decades of jail time, they let him out, and him and his wife had a kid. And that kid's name was Brad. And his life was filled with crazy adventures, just as crazy as Billy's. And he learned lots of tricks from his dad on being a successful robber. And you can go ahead and click the video on the screen to watch Brad's life, and even more of Billy's life too. And I think you would really enjoy it.